is. It is what we were looking. It's what we've been looking for. Hey, what's up, YouTube? I'm Thagor, and this is going to be episode 3 of my Let's Play of Osiris New Dawn. If you look over here, you'll see that we are actually in Update Beta 7, or Beta Update 7, whichever way you want to read it. Maybe read it the right way. Beta Update 7. So that's pretty exciting. Looks like there's going to be a lot of new stuff in here. There are some new biomes, which I'm pretty excited to jump into. Looks like there's actually going to be some plant life, and maybe our planet won't look so barren when we get in there. I do see also that the objects will now be facing the right way. So if you saw our last video, we were placing some objects and they were the wrong way around. Looks like they fixed that to where it defaults to being facing the player, which is really cool. And it also looks like they fixed another problem that we saw in my last video, which was the crafting table inventory. So we did lose some items while we were crafting, which was kind of a bummer as well. So I'm pretty excited to jump in, but there's one little problem. The saves actually cannot get to load. So they do say that they recommend that you start over. Looks like I have to start over. I did everything that I could to try to recover the save game that we had going. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is doing a little bit of intro in the beginning just to see if we can see some of the new stuff. And then as I get set up, what I'll do is I'll just kind of fast forward or time lapse that until we are kind of in the same situation that we were last time. That way we're not having to repeat a bunch of stuff. Anyways, I'm sure you're tired of hearing me talk, so let's just jump right in. All right, here we are. This already does look... Ooh, whoa. That always gets me. Man. So this already does look very different. Wow. It's not completely empty. There's actually some rock formations, which is cool. So that's pretty exciting. All right, let's get started. Let's just jump in and start picking up all of our stuff and getting set up. All right, so I wanted to slow the video down here just a second because I see something real exciting. There is actually some plants on this planet. Let's just run over here real quick and take a look. Probably shouldn't be running though because that's going to kill my oxygen. Whoa, look at that. Oh, and we can pick it up. Nope, use scanner. You must find a scanner. That's exciting. Cool, cool. And then I saw some stuff over here too. Looks so pretty. Does look a little out of place, like it was almost just kind of dropped here on purpose, but this looks really cool. I can't wait for this really to get all set up. See if there's anything over here. Nope, these rocks look so cool. Just that scene with the planet in the background, the sun in between these two rocks. This is so cool. I'm so excited. So we're just gonna go through and pick up the basic things that happen when you crash. Nothing super exciting happening here. I decided to take apart some of the wreckage just to start building up my inventory, but of course it gets filled up pretty quickly, and decide that it's probably about time to start making my way to a spot to set up the inflatable dome and start getting our base set up. But as always, if you've ever watched any of my videos, there is something critical that I forget about at the crash site. And if you've seen that, you'll know what we're about to go through as far as trying to figure out what that is and where it is. So as always, every time I've played this game, I have struggled to find some sort of item. So I just realized I don't have my chisel. So I'm heading back to the crash site to see if I can figure out where that chisel is. And then I was going to head out to the south, I think. I started to look towards the east, which is, I think, the direction that we went last time. Looks like the south might be a little more interesting. So I'm going to head that way and see if there's going to be a good spot to set up. Man, I just can never find one of the tools. And this time it's the chisel. Most of them were around this area. So I wonder if the chisel too is this direction. I got excited when I saw that. So the search for this chisel was insane. I could not find the chisel anywhere, and got to a point where I was thinking, well, maybe I don't need the chisel. Maybe now you're supposed to make the chisel, although that has never happened before. And I was seriously contemplating if I needed to start over. As you can see, I just kind of walk back and forth all over this wreckage, trying to figure out where the stupid chisel was. Finally found this chisel. I know it's kind of hard for you to tell how long I had been looking since I have it time-lapsed, but oh man, this can't believe I wasn't able to find this, but I got it now. I was actually getting ready to decide if I wanted to start over or not, but we got it, so that's good. Oh, let me move this here. Now I should be able to pick that back up. Cool. All right, so now that I have all my tools finally, we can head out. Like I said, I think we're going to head south, and I'm going to see if there's going to be a good spot to set up. And away we go. So we start making our way to the south. I think probably went a little bit further than we should have. We're going to start, I think, having some oxygen problems, but I'm hoping that in this direction we're going to be able to find some iron, and it shouldn't be too big of a deal once we get all set up. Here we go. There's some pretty exciting stuff happening here, so I wanted to slow the video back down just to show you this so you don't miss it. So it's headed towards this kind of arch where I think is where we're going to end up setting up. You can see there's some new plant life over here, and just some really cool rock formations around. So once I get set up, what I'll do is I'll go get stuff from the main crash site, bring it back over here, get things in storage and get all set up, and then we'll do a little bit of exploring. But I did want y'all to see that so you didn't miss out on it through the time lapse. So I don't know if y'all noticed that. I'll try to slow it down, but it sounded like some explosions were going on right outside. Looks like I missed it, so I don't know where they ended up hitting, but for a second there I thought the inflatable dome was being attacked and that I had just set up right next to a monster. So I'm glad that my little home was not being attacked, but I'm also very curious to know what in the world was exploding. So I was hoping that I could build a storage unit, but I was a little short on hinges, so you can see I'm just kind of using the dome as my storage. And we make our way back to the crash site. You can see I continue to have this love-hate relationship with the Sprint. I want to use it. As soon as I start using it, I get scared that I'm going to use too much oxygen, and so I stopped using it. Sorry that it's a little dark, but I was hoping to just try to power through all this so that we could get into the real game as quickly as possible. So just start collecting some few items, and I realized something weird was going on. So it looks like there's a little bug here where the ship got all of its parts back, so we can resalvage it, which is good for me because it's going to get us more stuff, but probably not intended. So I will send over a report on that so that the developers know that that is happening. So once I finish collecting everything, I start making my way back to our base and realize the direction I'm going is to something called the capsule. So definitely not the dome, definitely something out there. Can't wait to see what it is. Looks pretty exciting, but we're just trying to get things set up so that we can actually start playing the game. So I do find my way back to our home in the inflatable dome and make my way back there. And so now we're about set up. Alright guys, so I did a little bit off screen just to get us kind of set up, some boring stuff within the dome itself, so there's really not much to see. I did create a storage unit as well as a workbench, and I also made our propellant system here as well. One interesting thing, I'm stuck. One interesting thing that I did learn while we were off camera, I don't know if y'all have been watching my other videos, but I kept putting iron or something in here to get oxygen. Turns out you don't need to do that. You can just pop oxygen in here, and this is constantly working to produce oxygen. So I can actually just put it in there and hit build. So I was absolutely wasting so much resources before when I was making oxygen. So it's kind of cool that we learned that now. Kind of a bummer that I didn't know that before, but it's good information. That's everything that I've really done off camera. Wasn't too much. I went back to the crash site one more time just to get some scrap metal, and I think we're going to be basically done with that. So we're going to do a little bit of exploring today just to kind of finish off this video, since you're probably getting a little bit tired of watching after all of that time lapse and stuff. So let's actually take a look and see what missions we have, and we can go start taking a look at some stuff here. Because what we do need to do is get a radar system up, which means we need to find one of the crashed satellites so we can take some pieces off of that to build it. So let's accept, I think, probably all of these. Why not? And we'll see which ones maybe the closest to us. All right, so we've got latitude 3.45, 4.45, and 2.19. So that's kind of far south. And our longitude is in the negatives as well. Kind of want to start heading really kind of southwest and see what we can find. Oh, so here's the stuff. I hadn't even really looked at this till just now. I did realize it was light when I was walking back, and I was just trying to divert my eyes so that we could look at this together. How cool is this? That is a cool looking tree. I wonder if y'all played the regular games, there was like the little honey droplets that were in the other tree. I wonder if there's anything here that we can use, and I'm actually kind of nervous that there's going to be something here. Is that water? That's really ominous. I don't know if we can get much closer. I'm scared that this water is going to do something to us. Nope, doesn't look like we can really get up there. It doesn't look like there's anything useful on the tree itself, but man, does that look cool. That is a cool looking plant. Growing right under this giant arch. Wow. So we're kind of like right here next to this little green chunk of land, which is kind of a nice place to be. This looks really cool. I really like these plants, kind of how the ends of them are glowing and things like that. I really think that's cool. Kind of in the middle of this kind of barren area, we've kind of got this little oasis here right next to our little base that we're getting set up. Anyways, let's continue to head, what did we say, southwest? Oh, because I thought we were in the negatives. We actually want to head northwest so we can start going positive on our latitude. So we'll just head out this way. Hopefully the time-lapse part of this video wasn't too hard to get through. I ended up adding in some audio on top of it to hopefully make it easier. I really didn't want you guys to miss anything as we were getting this all set up. It's kind of a bummer that we couldn't get our save file working from the last time. What was interesting, as y'all know, I'm kind of new to this whole YouTube, not streaming, but YouTube video thing. I guess it is streaming. It was interesting to edit that video. It took me quite a long time to get that video kind of to work out the way that I had envisioned it in my mind, and it got pretty close to it, but it was still a struggle. So I apologize, this video did take a little bit longer to get uploaded. I was hoping to get it uploaded Friday and hopefully have another video this weekend. I think I should probably be able to get another one out before the weekend's over, but it was kind of a bummer that I wasn't able to get this out earlier because I know people are really wanting to see what's going on in this new beta build. And this is going to be pretty far north. Looks like the first one we're going to hit is 2.19. So we want a longitude of 2.10. So we'll hit the longitude of 2.10 and then we'll just kind of head straight north. We still have our little dragon birds flying around, which is cool. I think I've finally gotten used to their screeching, which is nice. I don't jump every time they fly by anymore, which is cool. I still never, it's kind of a bummer because we never figured out from our last video, the one that looked like it kind of bombed us. We were taking apart that robot and got bombarded. I wonder if that was the same thing that just happened to us while we were in our inflatable. I bet it was. There's probably something that just triggers that for every single game that you start, and I don't know if it's timing or positioning, but I bet you that was the same thing, and I bet you it's the capsule that is now sitting on our map for us to go take a look at. Is probably those explosions were that thing crashing. Where last video we thought it was a radar that found that. I guess it just kind of plops in and you find it. Once again, our plants are just kind of, they just kind of look like they were purposefully set in the different places that they're sitting in, which is kind of odd, but they look really good, and I'm sure that that's going to change a little bit as they continue to get this planet looking the way that they want it to. So we're getting somewhat close to the correct longitude, and then we'll start heading straight north, and it is already nighttime. I feel like this day did not last very long at all. Maybe while we're out, we will get to be able to take a look at the capsule and see what that's all about. Just going to turn up my volume a little bit just so I can hear it. Yeah, I did see they also kind of fixed the rain, where before the rain just was super, super loud and didn't fade off quite right when the rain ended, so that's kind of cool that got resolved in this build as well. So we're just about at 2.1, so we're just going to start twisting a little bit more north after we get around these rocks. I did also off camera build a knife, so I do have a nice little fancy knife here. Just in case we run into some bad guys, I will be prepared. I bet that's where we're going right there. You can see the cylinder crashed part of the ship. Which means we'll get a little bit more scrap metal, we'll get some cloth and some things like that. Inventories, I should have dumped some more stuff at the inflatable, that's a bummer. But that's okay. Music's very ominous. I'm scared something's just gonna pop out at us. Really wish it was still daylight outside. Turn on our light. I don't want to waste our power. Alright, here we are. I think I'm just gonna get some of the scrap metal here. I don't really need the cloth at the moment, so I don't want to waste any inventory space on that. At least now we know where this is, which is northwest of our inflatable dome. We'll grab some of this stuff too. Some wiring, which I think we're going to end up needing. Please, I would like this. No? Nope. Okay. You can keep it. This is just gold? You just get gold out of this? No, you just get wire. Well, I think it's just 12 wire, so let's not start another stack of that. We can always come back here. Let's head towards this capsule and see what's going on. Maybe we'll find our scanner there and we can actually start scanning some of these plants. Man, I'm already low. Oh, I never put my oxygen tank down here. I feel like we just got oxygen and we're already almost out. And it's getting super dark. Was that it? I bet that's it. Oh, that looks interesting. I bet we're gonna find our scanner here. It's gotta be what this is about. Let's get our light on so we can see this. Basically it looks like the capsule that we crashed in ourselves. But Yeah, it looks like we're pretty much getting the same items that we got from our crashed ship. I'm a little bummed out. I thought I thought we'd have something a little more interesting here. Something we could maybe go inside something and take a look at it. But it looks like it's basically the same models and the same thing from where our crashed ship is itself. So it's still showing up on. We just took that apart, or did we take apart the other side? We took apart the other side. So I saw on this update too, there's a cave biome, which will be pretty cool. So hopefully we can figure out where that is. I must be getting full in my inventory because I didn't have a lot of room. There's a cave, so hopefully we can find that and take a look and see what we can find inside the caves. Man, this is a bummer. This like really let me down. I was so excited to get here, and we're basically just taking apart a ship again, which is exactly what y'all just had to sit through for the time lapses. So we're just going to leave that alone for now. I'll come back to it. Let's take a look at our next guy, which is at 2.19 latitude. So we're just about there, 2.19, and then 2.10 longitude, which means we need to go negative, which means we're going to want to go west, and that'll get us. Ooh, I'm sorry, we want to go positive because I looked at the wrong number. I was looking at 2.98. But we're looking at 2.19 and 2.10, so we actually want to go east to get that number up. And then maybe just a little bit south because I kind of got off track. But pretty much straight east this way, we should be able to find our next crashed thing. Looks like it might end up being on the other side of this. Let me turn my light off because that's just wasting the battery. Sorry, it's dark. This is I feel like we'd left our little home with it being light outside, so it's kind of a bummer that it's nighttime at the moment. So we got a little bit of ways to go. I was thinking maybe it was just going to be crashed on just the other side of this mountain, but it looks like it is a little bit further past that. I would think that I would be able to see it by now, and I probably could if it was light outside. It is nice, though, to actually have some things to look at as we're kind of crossing the expanse of the stuff, whereas before it was just a giant open space where we didn't even get to see anything. Looks like there's another little oasis there. That's cool. We should be getting close. We've kind of gone a little bit too far. Did we miss it? Ah, here it is. This looks like it's the little robot, which means the last thing we're going to go to is the crashed satellite, which is the thing that we really need to find. I'm not going to activate that. We're here for that because I don't want to collect the things off of it yet because our inventory is full. In fact, we should probably make a quick pit stop at the old dome and then make our way to the satellite because we're not going to have room to put the radar dish and other things here, so we'll just have to head back home for a little bit, throw some stuff down on the floor, literally, since our container is full. And then we'll make our way that way. And then hopefully too I can take a nap if it's still dark outside, in which case we'll get to see some light. But we'll say at night being able to see kind of these plants glowing just looks really cool. I mean that just That looks really cool. I think that's like another really good shot for like a screen or a desktop background or something. I like the one that we found earlier at the start. I'm just gonna run this rock. Oh, look at this plant. That's cool. I like the way the colors kind of fade throughout it. That's awesome. I like that. Cool, cool, cool. Gets me excited about what's coming once this planet really gets set up. I'm going to sprint a little bit. I feel a little bit more comfortable now running because we actually have a way of making oxygen, which is good. So that way I can end my feud and my love-hate relationship with the sprint button and live in a love relationship and actually be able to use it. Although I did just use my jump fuel. I probably shouldn't be using that at all because at the moment we cannot make more of that. And it's just a whole bunch of darkness. There we go. Finally. We're going to end up hopefully not sleeping too long. But hopefully now we'll be able to see some stuff. Let me throw... See, I think there's definitely a bug here. If you throw stuff down in your inflatable word, the stuff comes back. Because I had already picked all these things up and it's all here again. So, kind of cool, I guess. Definitely not intended, and definitely something that we're just going to end up with too much stuff if I could continue to take advantage of that. So we're actually going to try to throw some of this stuff down. I think over here. And, oop, just lost that. Back up a little bit so it doesn't fall into the rock. There we go. Put these wires down. Put this broken glass down. Put these hinges down. You can see the broken glass model is a little messed up when you throw it out. It's pink. I'm sure that is not on purpose, because the capsule definitely did not have pink glass on it when we were taking the glass off of it. Turn that down. Turn that down. So let's pick up as much of that as we can in our stack. Oops, not you. You. There we go. Spreader's gonna roll away there. Alright, cool. Let's just move some of this stuff up here. Now we've got some room. Let's make it a little bit of oxygen since we're here and we're almost out. Should give us 50. And it looks like it's just time-based. If I pull this back in and then put it back out there and hit build really quickly, you can see up here byproduct oxygen harvested, recharged in 25 seconds. So it looks like in 25 seconds you can get 50, which is pretty cool. Seems a little easy though. Like that just seems like it's a bit too easy to get oxygen. One, I'm not having to put anything in here, and two, the timing of that just seems like it's really fast, and you really don't have to wait very long. So yeah, I'm already less than a second away, and I can fill this up for another 50. And now I should have a full bottle. There, looks like I'm out of water. So let's try. It was the same for water. I guess I have to wait the timer. At least move this guy down there. Huh. Extraction requires propellant regulator to recharge. I'm not sure why I can't put the bottle there. Yes. One water bottle, please. This is so frustrating. There we go. That's strange. Maybe it was still charging and it won't let you put the water in there until it's fully recharged. I don't know. That seemed strange. I'm actually going to keep this here since I do have a full tank that we have here. Alright, let's head. So we want to do 3.45. So it's just going to be pretty much north. And negative 2.98. Kind of want to go east. Seems like a pretty good amount east as well, so we'll just kind of head northeast here. And hopefully this is the crash satellite, which it must be, because the first thing we found was the cylinder, and the second one was the little robot guy. And so the only other thing left is our satellite. Oh shit. So I don't know if y'all remember this guy from one of the past videos as well, but he was definitely stuck, and we couldn't make contact with him. I wonder. I'm actually a little bit nervous. Let's we're not that far away. Let's save, and then we can, just in case something goes wrong. But let's see if we can do something with this guy with my trusty knife. I'm a little nervous. He looks like he's kind of stuck, like the other guy was. He wasn't moving, so I'm not sure if he's fixed, but we're gonna see, and hopefully not die. See if we can sneak up on him here. I think he was facing us, so maybe we could go around the rocks. I'm gonna go around this rock, and there's gonna be like 4 of them. That would be terrifying. Ah, there he is, there he is, there he is. Yeah, see, he seems stuck. He's not moving. I bet he's stuck. I bet he's glitched still. Up, he's facing me. Up, he's spinning. Go, 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 go. Oh man, see, I'm still not able to make contact with him, and he doesn't seem to be able to make contact with me. That's a bummer. I'll take care of that off camera, so you don't have to see me open up a bug report. But I definitely want to get that open up again for this build as well. Dang, that's a bummer. There's a lot of stuff, you know, still wrong with this game, and it's kind of frustrating. It's like things that you would expect to work. Like if you're gonna put these creatures on the map and in the game, that you would think they could at least move. And at least be hit or be able to hit you. You think out of those 3 things, maybe 1 of them or 2 of them would work, but no, for this, none of them work. And then 2, with the respawning of stuff is kind of a bummer too. The fact that I throw things on the ground and it just continues to be there even after I pick them up when I load, as well as our original capsule being getting to a point where every time we walk back up to it, it's kind of reloaded all of its components, so I can just continue to go there and get the items that I need. Alright, got a little bit distracted. We have this giant mountain in front of us. Do I want to hit it from the east side? No. We have gone kind of too far east. How did that happen? Who was paying attention? I sure as heck wasn't. Ooh, I'm starving. Let's eat some food. As y'all saw when we started, I made it a point to get double food because the very first video that I made and did this game in, which I've already taken that video down so you can't see it because it was kind of a disaster. I ran out of food and I couldn't figure out how to make food, so I still haven't learned how to make food in this particular build of this game. So I made sure to get extra food when we started. Hopefully we can get food figured out before I completely run out. Alright, so I'm still way too far. Was really excited to kind of see earlier today the oasis with these trees and plants, but now it just looks like they've had this giant open world and they've just kind of copy and pasted these little zones into random places, which is better than we were before, but it's kind of a bummer that that it's just kind of, well, maybe not. I take that back, because the one that's near us has a tree right in the middle of it. So this actually looks different. So I take that back. It is what we were looking. It's what we've been looking for in that picture. Oh man, I'm gonna put it up here. I'm gonna show it. This is what we've been looking for. This is the pool of mysterious liquid. I'm guessing water, maybe. That I said, hey, we need to figure out where this is. This is it. We have found it. We have found the mysterious pool of water here on Gemini, Site B. We've accomplished our mission. Time to go home. This is cool. Looks like you can just kind of walk under here without any kind of penalty whatsoever, which I guess maybe makes sense if you have a spacesuit on, because you're getting all the oxygen and everything you need from your suit. So I don't know. Didn't really make a splash or anything. Alright, y'all keep getting me off track. Oh, don't tell me I'm going to the... I'm going back to the wrong thing. Oh no. This is not what I wanted. We're supposed to be negative. That's why I was going east. Oh man, I got confused. Sorry. So let's turn back around. We're just going to do this nice little zigzag back and forth until we finally get it, because you can see how awesome I am with directions. This is actually a problem in my real life. I pretty much use GPS everywhere I go. Most of the time I have it on even when I do know where I'm going for traffic and stuff, but I definitely have problems when it comes to directions. So the fact that this is coming out in this way is kind of embarrassing, but that's okay. I'm good at other things. I don't need to be good at directions. Oh man, that looks amazing. Sorry, sometimes you just gotta stop and take in the sights. Can I put everything away? Nope. Cool. I have to have something out. That looks really cool. So, continued to go the wrong way, then the right way, then the wrong way. Really got twisted around, and this was quite a disaster and an embarrassment, but finally found it. There it is. So learned a lesson. It is hard to talk, play games, and figure out the correct directions, especially when you're not very good with it. Awesome. I will make my way back to the dome, and we will check time and see if we've got time to make this or not. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. We were literally right next to this, and I missed it. We were here. This is the crashed capsule. Like, what? That's so... I just wish I knew how to tell directions. I think what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to end the video here, and then I'll go ahead and make my way back. We'll start the video. For next time, at the dome, we'll make a couple items, and then do a little bit more exploring. Maybe we can find that cave or something like that. Anyways, thanks for joining me. Take it easy.